Yeah, GYZE's changing their name
to Ryujin.
Yeah, to Ryujin. I'm trying to. I had it
which
all
is
set
just
up.
like the name, like a common name in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that the name of that guy who does the polygamy?
It would be
music?
like if somebody named the a band in America Steve.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know name band name Steve. You know.
So they were signed to Napalm Records, so they reincarnated Ryujin under Napalm Records. And in this article, so it used to mean samurai metal GYZE, and I thought that was a badass name. So I really don't understand why they changed it. Maybe it had to do with signing the worldwide contract with Napalm Records, which congratulations to them. They have the Matt Heafy producing them, so maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe they're, I don't know. I really don't know what the reason is for that. But Matt Heafy and American Metal.
What was their popularity like? You know, were they doing real well or were they like struggling?
They're doing okay.
Yeah, I do get the feeling that like sometimes like if you feel like you've plateaued, just shifting around something like a name or a gimmick or style or whatever like might be enough to get sort of a freshening up and see new audiences who had maybe heard of you before and didn't give you a chance. Now they're gonna give you a chance again.
It is kind of a mystical thing, like how bands pop and what works and what doesn't. Like you never know what combination is gonna work until you try it.
Matt Heafy from Trivium is their manager, producer, and mentor. Heafy, who is Japanese-American, will produce Ryujin's 5th studio album. Technically, it's their first. Is it their first, right? Because they changed the name. Anyways, a 4-piece metal band offers a unique blend of shredding guitars, ripping vocals, and traditional Japanese elements. Frontman Ryoji not only provides lead guitar and vocals, but also plays the traditional shamisen, iru, and dragon flute. You know, we should just bring
shamisen,
sorry. We should bring on Ryoji to ask him about it. That'd be a good question to ask him. He would definitely be down to come on.
So their manager is Matthew Heafy from Trivium?
And producer.
The guitarist and singer of Trivium.
Yes.
Matthew Heafy.
Yeah.
And he's just their manager.
No, manager and producer.
And producer. That's so interesting.
You guys should watch that interview. We talk about that with him. We do have it on the Guys. We had an interview talking to him about Matt Heafy. Very fascinating stuff.
We busted this news months ago, man.
Yeah.
I don't watch the Guys.
Luckily, I don't either when I'm on the show.
I'm forced to watch it because of clips.
Wave knows more about it than anybody.
That's the only reason I remember your Diggity Dog reference.
He had it on repeat. So Ryoji says in a statement that he is grateful to announce on behalf of Ryujin ex GYZE, like a phoenix from the ashes, GYZE has become Ryujin. Matthew Heafy from Trivium is our manager, producer, mentor. We are proud to have just signed a worldwide deal with amazing Napalm Records. We are ready to make this band a worldwide known act and to bring happiness and excitement to everyone around the globe. The name Ryujin comes from the Japanese dragon god king with the same name. In Japanese lore, Ryujin freely moves heaven and earth, moves the clouds, blows the wind, and makes it rain. The Dragon God King also controls the flow of weather, ocean currents, and geothermal heat. Damn, this is a crazy explanation. We can't wait for you to hear the music we've been working on.
You know, this sounds like GYZE was under contract, and since they dissolved GYZE and changed it to Ryujin so they could do what they wanted.
Taylor Swift
from under that label. Yeah,
right. But that's just speculation.
Yeah,
isn't that one of the dragons?
It seems like an odd thing to do when you're kind of
Breath of the Wild.
Breath of the Wild? I don't know. Trivium frontman also had a statement. He said, "It is my incredible honor to announce that I am officially working with the newly reincarnated form of GYZE for management, production, and mentoring. Ryujin is the Japanese king of the dragons. Namesake of this for the band is nothing but appropriate." So this seems like a overall decision between everyone. So Ryoji is one of the most talented human beings I've ever had the privilege of knowing, whether it's his monstrous screaming, powerful singing, otherworldly guitar playing, and he plays like every instrument, or his masterful songwriting. He is a musical force of nature. So
awesome.
Nice.
So yeah.
So hearing stuff.
I can't wait to see how it sounds with Matt Heafy producing an album. That's what I'm looking forward to. I am excited to see how that all comes together. You know,
what are your thoughts on Trivium?
I'm not a fan.
It's a band that I don't go off to listen to a lot, but every time it comes on, I'm like, what the fuck is this? This is pretty awesome. So yeah, I like them.
Have you ever heard Trivium Wave?
No.
Apparently, I've seen them in concert. One of my friends was like, yeah, we saw them in South Bend. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
saw Trivium. You think I'd remember that? Because that'd be a badass show. But they're like they're like the first or second opener for a band. So it was a while ago.
I actually think they're pretty awesome. I mean, I haven't listened to their stuff in the last like 10 years, to tell you the truth, but during my like big, mellow death phase or whatever, I was a big fan of Trivium for a couple albums there. And I think that he's really good. He's a great guitarist and a good vocalist.
Yeah.
But the thing, we're talking about him being a producer on this, like Trivium always had, even from their very beginning albums, great production to it. From my perspective, I thought the guitar tones always sounded great. I thought the mixing was always good to hear. Like so I am really excited about this now too.
I'm excited to see like the forces of them, because I wasn't really a big Trivium fan. There's some songs that I like, but I really want to see how Matt Heafy does as a producer, because sometimes like, since he has experience of being in a band like that was huge. I remember them being huge when I was in high school, where everybody was talking to him. Back then they were like, oh, this is the next Metallica. That's what was always being shoved down my throat. So that's why I never listened to him. Literally.
He sounded more like James Hetfield than James Hetfield did.
Yeah, so that was why I didn't listen to him, because I was a huge Metallica fan at the time, and people were like, it's exactly like Metallica. I'm like, fuck that, I'm not listening to it.
Yeah, so I remember that. You know what hurt that too? They did a cover of Master of Puppets back in like 2005.
Oh, that really doesn't help.
that made a lot of people, like the new age people, oh, listen how good this is, and the Metallica fans being like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? You know?
Like a perfect rendition of their song. Like it was like a great cover, wasn't it?
Was it a great cover? It's pretty good,
dude. I'm sure the drums are like interesting.
It's a good cover. It doesn't sound like Metallica though. So you know how Metallica fans are. Like they're gonna get upset when Metallica song doesn't sound like Metallica.
But now it's cool. Cover Master of Puppets, man. Because
gotta get those triggered kicks.
Do you guys remember when Avril Lavigne covered Metallica? Oh my god. People shit their pants.
She did Fuel, right?
Yeah.
The best, I gotta say, the best cover of a Metallica song that I've heard, because they did a whole rendition to it and changed it up, was The Warning. I really love how they covered Enter Sandman. They did it like their own way, and I thought that was so badass. Like, it is nothing like the original, but still its own badass version. They cover it in a really weird way that I thought was masterful. Like it was really good. Like they actually made it their own. That's one of my favorite Metallica covers.
They made a big long intro to a 30-second song. That's what it sounded like to me.
Who did?
The Warnings version of Enter Sandman. It's like, okay.
I liked it. I thought it was interesting.
It's okay.
I haven't heard it, but I don't really like the original that much, so it can only go up from there.
Watch my speed metal version of it.
I would like that probably a lot more, honestly.
My brain is too slow for speed metal.
You don't have to do the work, Wave. You just listen.
I can't help it.
For more Gaijin goodies like you just saw, be sure to subscribe to the Gaijin Guys podcast and turn on all notifications to be part of the live stream every Sunday. You can also find us wherever you listen to podcasts, Spotify, iTunes, etc. You can find even more exclusive content and reactions on our Patreon, patreon.com/Gaijin Guys. I'll see you there. Adios.